All right, let's talk about something that's probably frustrated a lot of us in the crypto space. Why is it still so tricky to actually spend your digital assets? Today, we're diving into a potential answer, the new BitradeX BTX Card, which is designed to do just that, connect your crypto to your everyday spending.
I mean, let's be real for a second. For all the amazing tech and innovation happening, using your crypto to buy a coffee has been, well, a pain. You got to jump through hoops, convert it, send it to a bank, wait for it to clear. It's slow, it's clunky, and it kind of defeats the whole purpose of having this instant digital money, right?
Well, that's the exact problem that BitradeX is setting out to solve. They're positioning themselves as the ones building the bridge from your digital wallet to the real world. And that bridge, they say, is the BTX card.
Okay, so let's get into our first section, introducing the BTX Card. We're going to break down what this thing actually is and how it's supposed to work. So what is it? At its core, it's refreshingly simple. Think of your regular debit card that's linked to your bank account. Now, imagine instead of linking to your bank, it plugs right into your BitradeX account. That's the BTX card. It lets you spend your USDT just like cash, anywhere debit cards are accepted.
Now, they're not just dropping one card, they're rolling this out in 2 flavors. Right now, you can get the virtual card. This one gets approved instantly, and it's perfect for all your online shopping. And for those of us who still like to tap and pay in person, a physical card is coming soon, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
All right, Section 2, how to get your card. If you're thinking, okay, this sounds pretty cool, the next question is obvious. How do you actually get one? The good news is they've made the process really simple.
So who can get one? The checklist is pretty short. First, you got to be a BitradeX user. Check. Second, you have to have completed your KYC, the identity verification process. Just one little heads up though, there might be some regional restrictions, so it's always a good idea to double check the rules for your specific country. And applying? Seriously, it's a breeze. You just hop into the BitradeX app, head over to the card page, tap Apply for Card, agree to the terms, confirm your info, and boom. The best part is, for the virtual card, we're talking instant approval. You could literally be using it minutes from now.
Okay, Section 3. Let's talk about the thing everyone really wants to know about, the money. With any financial product, the fees and limits are absolutely crucial. So this is where the rubber meets the road. Let's decode what this card will actually cost.
Look, nobody likes hidden fees. BitradeX seems to get that, and they're promising no hidden surprises. So let's put that to the test. We're going to break down every single cost, starting with a virtual card that you can get your hands on today. Okay, so here are the numbers for the virtual card. There's a one-time application fee of 20 USDT to get started. The monthly service fee is basically nothing, just 10 cents. Then, for each transaction, there's a 0.7% fee with a 40-cent minimum. But, and this is a big but, check out that last line, $0 for international purchases. Wow, we are definitely coming back to that one. So that's the virtual card. Pretty clear. But what about the physical one? The one you can actually hold in your hand and tap at the store. We need to look at those fees too. All right, here's a sneak peek for the physical card. The issuance fee is a bit steeper at 100 USDT. The monthly service fee is just 50 cents. International buys will cost you 1% plus 40 cents, and if you hit an ATM, that's 2% plus a flat $2. That 100 USDT issuance fee is the big one to keep in mind here. And what about your spending power? Well, the limits are pretty generous. We're talking 50,000 USDT in a single transaction, a daily limit of 300,000, and a whopping 3 million USDT a month. Now, these are just the standard limits, but yeah, this card is clearly built for some serious use. All right, Section 4, the killer perks. We've done the mechanics, we've done the costs. Now for the really fun part, the features that can make this card a real game changer. Let's start with the biggest one for the virtual card. Remember that thing I mentioned earlier? Here it is. Zero. Nada. Zilch. That is what you will pay in international transaction fees. And this is a huge deal. If you've ever bought something from a website overseas, you know your traditional bank card usually slaps you with a nasty little foreign transaction fee. With the BTX virtual card, those fees are just gone. Over time, that can add up to some absolutely enormous savings. Okay, but let's go back to that 100 USDT fee for the physical card. I know it sounds a little steep, but what if I told you there's a way to get that fee completely wiped out? And it's actually pretty simple. This is the magic number, 10,000 USDT.
If you've got this amount invested on the BitradeX platform, that physical card can be yours for free.
So here's how it works. If you're holding at least 10,000 USDT in one of their AI investment products for 30 days or more, the system just automatically waives that 100 USDT fee. You don't have to apply for it, you don't have to click anything, it just happens. It's a pretty smart incentive to reward people who are really engaged with the platform.
And that brings us to our final section. Section 5, Your Crypto Unleashed. We've gone through the features, the fees, all the nuts and bolts. Now let's talk about what this actually means for you and your money in the real world.
The whole system is designed to be seamless. Your card is tied directly to your funding wallet inside the app. So when you want to spend, you just move some USDT over to your card account and you're good to go. Every purchase just debits from that balance. It's clean, it's fast, and you're always in total control.
Which brings us right back to our big question. With a simple application process, transparent fees, and some seriously powerful perks, like that fee waiver and zero international charges, the BitradeX BTX Card is making a really strong case. So is this it? Is this the tool that finally bridges that gap and makes our digital assets a normal part of everyday spending? I guess only time will tell, but it is one of the most promising steps forward we've seen in a long time.